Just looking down the road, I guess, for you, Henry, and for your team. First, I never asked you this question. How big is your company? How big is Canary?
So Canary right now, it's about 40 individuals. We're going to expand a little bit this year because we're rolling out with a number of different large institutions. Microsoft, I mentioned. Zoom, I mentioned. We do a lot of work with Samsung as well, LG. We're working with major hospitals around the world. We have 16 ongoing development projects. So about half of our company are speech and language scientists and engineers. So, and then the other half is what we do, administrative, help customers deploy products, commercialize, things like that. So we're growing. I think the challenges in front of us are, doing that growth in a manner that you want to succeed everywhere. You don't want
you don't want to drop the ball, right? So you want to make sure that everything gets on the ball.
And so we do a lot of rollouts in stages, rather than you don't go in but you don't do that with any piece of new medical equipment. You go in and you validate it, you train people, they become comfortable with it. It's augmenting a previous technology. It's enhancing your ability to do your job. That's what we're looking for.
100%. So over the long term, what are you building Canary Speech to become?
Well, Canary, what we want to do, the long vision is to provide objective, actionable information to clinical teams, regardless of where a person is in the world. So if that happens to be in their clinic, that happens to be in their offices, in the four walls of their medical center, that's fine. That's good. But we want to be an assessment that provides earlier information, earlier in the disease state, to allow individuals to be treated earlier in the process, and then to do it regardless of where they are in the world. So we're doing things in remote populations in Ireland and remote populations in Saudi Arabia, remote workers, if you will. So we want to be able to build an entire platform like a blood profile that you could have a voice profile, and that you pick and choose what you need to know at the moment you're working with or meeting with a patient.
Absolutely. Now, as we wrap it up here, wrap this conversation, which I could talk to you for hours. This is such a fascinating topic, Henry, and the work that you guys are doing is on the leading edge of discovery. You guys are scoring discoveries on a daily basis, it seems. You got a lot of scientists trying to solve big problems, which is kudos to you and to your team. If people were listening to us right now and were to remember, or you would ask them to remember maybe a couple of items out of this conversation, what would you like them to remember?
Well, we're a clinical decision support. What we are trying to do is to provide an additional tool in the toolbox of a clinical team to enhance their engagement, involvement, and the information they have for doing an assessment and a diagnosis of a patient. We're just one piece of that. Mm-hmm. The other thing I'd like them to know is that healthcare is something that we want to enhance, we want to improve. And we're never going to have, from the population to number of doctors and nurses, we're never going to get a better ratio than we have today. It's only going to get worse. And so we have to engage tools that are force multipliers, that provide the ability of that individual without burning out to be more effective, more efficient, more accurate, more timely. All of those things come from having actionable information available to them while they're still meeting with the patient.
Absolutely.